Well, the Bisbee Arts Commission is excited to bring you, all of you, the 2017 BAC Art Auction at Central School Project on May 6th. That's this coming Saturday. And so the BAC is back. I've got Poe from the Sam Poe Gallery on Main Street stop by to say hello and talk to us about it. Well, welcome. It's been a few years since you've been here at to our studio.
Yes, it's been quite a while.
It's been 5 or 6 years, I think, when
at least.
Yeah, when you came in, I think, to talk about the Brats.
Yep.
And let's talk just a little bit, first of all, about what the Bisbee Arts Commission is and what it does and how long it's been around. Then we'll talk about the auction. So tell us about it.
Well, I don't know how long the BAC has been around, but it's been around at least as long as I've been here, which is 16 years. It's the Bisbee Arts Commission. We're under the wing of the city, and it's just to help promote art and artists in Bisbee, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Now, there used to be an auction, but there hasn't been for a while. What's that about?
I'm not sure why it hasn't happened for I think 4 years, maybe 5, but we have basically almost all new members on the BAC. And our first job we decided was to bring the art auction back to raise some money for our foundation.
Was it a new need for money, for resources?
Of course, we always need money.
Uh-huh. I got you. And where does the money usually come from for BAC?
The art auction has always been one of the main ways for us to raise money.
Any other endowments that contribute to it in any way, or is that the whole thing?
Not that I know of. We raise all our own money as far as I know.
Uh-huh, gotcha. Well, so on the list of things, there's a Facebook page for the Bisbee Arts Commission where you can find out more about this if you want to check it out. There will be appetizers donated by various restaurants here in Bisbee, live music, auctioneers, waitressing, art handling, and opening live auction words from Mayor David Smith, who's on the front page of the Bisbee Observer this morning, accepting $20,000 from the Copper Queen Community Hospital to put a solar heater in at the pool and expand the hours of the pool, which I know is going to make a lot of people very, very happy. Yes. This is from 5 until 7 Saturday night at the Central School Project. From 5 to 7 is browsing and silent auction from 5 to 7?
Yes. It may run a little longer. The doors open at 5, and we are going to have part of the show is a silent auction, and then on the main mezzanine level. And then we're going to call out, I think, 10 or 12 pieces for a live auction upstairs in the theater.
Uh-huh. And you expect to have about 80 pieces of art to auction off, is that right?
At least. We'll probably more than that.
I see. And do you have a sense for, I think that Rose Johnson has a couple of pieces there posthumously.
Yes.
And I've seen them at just something I'd really like to have if I could afford it. And I'm not a collector myself, but her work is just extraordinary. Who will be auctioning?
Chuck File and Carlos.
Carlos Pinato?
Yeah, okay. They're going to be the MCs for the live auction. Yes.
Gotcha. What do you know? What can you tell us about Rose Johnson, who I never had the pleasure of meeting?
Well, Rose Johnson was alive and well when we first moved here. Everybody loved her. She was a great gal, funny, interesting, hardworking, and, the community still misses her. So I believe Bill Higgins is donating a large Rose Johnson, and we've had some citizens step up, like you said, and donate some cherished Rose Johnson pieces. So it's going to be a good event, and we're going to raise some money.
Yeah. So what do you do with that money?
Well, our next mission for the BAC is to revisit our mission statement. And like I said, the mission statement is to promote the arts and artists in Bisbee. And we're going to try to figure out how to take that money and do something that involves the artists in Bisbee.
Now, usually these are like small grants of a few $1,000s.
We have done that in the past, but we're going to rethink everything because we have a new committee, and I think there's better ways. Personally, I think there's better ways we can help artists in this community than by giving just mini grants.
Give us an example of that.
Well, one thing I think we could bring back would be the studio artist tours. Because that way, that brings collectors directly to the artists in their studios, and if people can make connections with collectors, then they have someone that can collect the work over and over again, rather than giving somebody some money to buy materials which they spend and then it's gone. So
now the After Five Walk benefits the galleries. Would this be something different than that you?
Yes, this would be a studio tour like they do in many places across the country, where an entire weekend is given over and people are given maps and they can come to Bisbee and pick up a map and visit all the various artists at their studios.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
that's just one idea. That we're going to talk about.
Yeah, but so you're really looking at not repurposing, but redesigning the Bisbee Arts Commission in the future, and in terms of the ways that it interacts with the public and attracts attention to Bisbee artists, and even the way it might even support financially these artists.
Yes, but I just want to make it clear, I'm just one voice here. This is just my opinion, but yes, the money is earmarked for artists in Bisbee. However, we decide to get that money to the people. So. And
what is the definition of an artist in Bisbee when it comes to qualifying for receiving funds and support from BAC?
Oh, we haven't put any qualifications on it. We're just we've put the word out, and we'll see who shows up with what, and that's about it. So there's a few people on the board that are going to go through the work and sort the work and separate it, and we'll see. It's always kind of we never know really what's going to show up. So
yes. Now you've had a store, you and your wife Sam. You have had a store which is quite prominent on the main street of Old Bisbee. You've been there how long?
On Main Street, coming on 10 years.
And you're also involved in the Brats, which we mentioned a little earlier. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Brats, think we're closing in on our 7th or 8th year. It's an artist soapbox derby that Andrew Nelson and I started together, and we're sort of the alternative to the coaster race.
And but these are not your ordinary go-karts, if you will.
No. These are gravity cars like the coaster race, but we're about nonsense and absurdity as opposed to speed. It's really more of a rolling spectacle.
Like you created one that's actually, I think, a pencil, isn't it?
Yes, I've rode the pencil a number of years.
And there's a badminton.
I've made a giant badminton birdie. We've had some really amazing cars. And we're looking forward to this year. We've settled on the third weekend in October after the stair climb. And last year we introduced a 50-piece marching kazoo band that joined us. Mm-hmm. And every year we're trying to grow that grow the Brats event.
Are you happy with the level of participation of artists in the community when it comes to supporting the art community? Or could you use more help in that regard?
Oh, we can always use more help. We're happy when people get involved. That's a tough question to answer.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Well, let's just remind people exactly what's happening this Saturday night. This is a big event. Lots of people come to Central School Project to walk around, to enjoy the art, to put in their silent or even live bids during different times in the program. It really is an amazing collection and community contribution to something that means a great deal to so many of the people in Bisbee, because Bisbee is so imbued with the arts of all kind. Now, these are physical arts as opposed to music making and singing and that sort of thing. But this is art in the way you might expect it. Once again, there'll be plenty of wonderful things to eat. There'll
drink.
be and drink. There'll be an open bar. Of course, people will pay. Will they pay for the hors d'oeuvres, or are they free?
No. Everything is free.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, we'll be taking donations at the bar
For the cocktails.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And I might just mention, we are also going to try to raise a little money for Pablo the Pencil. So,
Yeah, I just noticed Pablo. He was sitting up in a hospital bed, I think, on Facebook yesterday. What happened with my buddy Pablo?
oh, he had a stroke. So he was working, had a stroke, and now he's up in Tucson, and we wish him well.
And the same with Steve Foss, I understand, had a stroke as well,
Yeah.
the drummer. Well, my gosh, the older we get, the more these sorts of things happen. And so we wish everybody well. It's 5 until 10 o'clock. This
10-ish, or yeah, I
or
don't
a
think it'll
little
run
later.
quite that late, but yeah.
Okay. And that's at the Central School Project on Howell in Old Bisbee. And, of course, it's always good to get together with everybody's friend, the artist, Poe Dismuke, who's here today to tell us all about it. And we thank you for stopping by.
My pleasure. I hope we'll see you Saturday evening.
Very cool. Look forward to it. Thanks, Poe.